Hi everybody, it's Ross here. Welcome back, and as you can see before you, I finally have the dream engine, the 4884 Big Boy. Now, this review is going to be a little bit different from my usual ones because it's my dream engine. I finally have it. I took it out of the box, took it for a few spins, and it's great. And of course, as usual, Broadway Limited, which made this one, like to have the sound cranked up. So, because it's so big, I'm just going to scoot the camera in a little further so you guys can see the detailing. I really don't want to pick this up in case I break something. I already broke a handle off my Y6B after all. Didn't mean to. But the detailing is incredible. We have plating, number plate, or information plate, got all these little intricate details. Of course, the driving linkages, number boards and all that stuff do light up. We'll scoot on down. We got crab figures and crew. At least at this angle, I should be able to get in. Excuse me. And yeah, there's our rear doors sealed off. Yeah, let me get a little better angle if I can. Maybe about there. Yep, there we go. And of course, the coal tender. I remember in one video, they came out with a coal tender where the coal would decrease as it ran around the track, and then you hit a button to refill it back up. This one here, I think it's just static coal. Feels like a real coal load, but it doesn't feel like it's going to go down or anything like that. And of course, our centipede tender, all the detailing. I was extremely careful getting this one out of the box because the tender actually wasn't connected, so yeah. And of course, our rear lights, those all light up. Yeah, before I fire this up, we'll take a look at the box and packaging it came in, because I'm actually disappointed with the packaging on this one. And let me just disconnect this, because we want to see the lights afterwards. So here's the packaging the Big Boy comes in. We have a sleeve here for your booklets and information, when your warranty card, like so. And of course your DCC commands for if you're doing standard mode lighting or pro mode lighting. The buttons are all different. Manual 1-year card. But yeah, you know, you got these side pieces as well to support it during shipping and handling. But yeah, I'm actually surprised the box quality's actually got worse from the Y6B. It's a little more flimsy, but still good. But what I'm really annoyed is that there is no foam padding. None at all. And of course, this case is the rest of the locomotive cradle. And then you get a sleeve with Paragon 4 on it. And of course, the DCC dual mode. Yeah. So sadly, I'm going to have to just say, Broadway, you make incredible locomotives. It's a very high cost, and yet this run of Big Boys, you cheap out for this? Like seriously, I was expecting a nice, firm, rigid box with foam inserting, cradling the plastic cradle casing for the locomotive. No 5 stars for that. No. Best you're going to get is a 4 for me today. Okay, I have the Big Boy fired up. The smoke is warming up. It does have the smoking whistle, which is cool. Excuse me again. But yeah, I'm going to fire up the lights, and I have the sound disabled so you can hear me. It's, like I said, it's quite loud. So, where is my manual sheet? Okay, standard model. Sorry, standard mode lighting. Keep in mind, this is off my Bachmann Easy command for the time being. Smoke on off 7. We'll leave it on for now. All lights. Function 10. There'll be a spool up sound and lights will come on. By default, the cab lights are on. There we go. As we can see, we've got number lighted boards. There's other lighting here, and the front pilot light. As mentioned, we do have cab lights. And of course, we also have rear tail lights as well. That'll work up. And when you put in reverse light comes on. So what I will do now is turn on the sounds. We'll back into load, and we'll see some running action. Please note, everybody, I cannot get the start up and shut down to work on my easy command. It just won't allow it. And of course, steam shifting of the gears. And I got my whistles mixed up, but okay. I am now going to switch into the inner radius, which is 18 inches. I forgot to mention the outside line is 22. And yes, I cleaned up my steel rail track for those wondering. Now, take note, the Caterpillar wheel alignment on the tender does not like these little S-bends. Going forward, it seems to be okay, but backing up is a whole other story. Now here's where I'm going to talk about the centipede tender doesn't like backing up over points and switches. Whoops, wrong way. And I got my light on, so the frame rate should be a lot smoother now. See it straight, and oh, there she goes. Let's go back a little further. There we go. Now, function key 7 in standard mode does disable the smoke. Or it's supposed to, anyway. Yeah, it could just be these Bachmann turnouts are not that great. Yeah, already she's disconnected. And can I get this without it decoupling on me? No. Let's just cut the power. It's going to wind down. Come on, turn the lights off. There we go. Okay, she's back in her packaging. I had to decouple her. I hope nothing broke off when I put it in there. I'll check the track later. But yeah, there she will rest until my main layout is made and put her back on the tracks. So mechanically sound, I've had no issues with this thing, and it's run very smoothly. And I can't wait to put her to the test on my Pro Cab there. Or not Pro Cab, sorry, Power Cab. And let's not forget, the package does come with a smoke fluid funnel. Spare coupling bits, I guess, for the front pilot. A dome cover that's nicely detailed. I don't know if you put that on when it's running or when it's just in storage. And of course, a little screwdriver and a bunch of spare traction tires. One thing I will say though is I definitely want to get Bachmann's power rerailer because it'll be great for that size. Putting it on by hand was a real tricky pain. Because even after you get the tender on, you gotta fight between the rear pilot, the front pilot on the tender, and the Caterpillar wheels. Now, if you wish to purchase this locomotive, Model Train Stuff and Train World have it at a great discount. I forget what I paid in US dollars. Okay, hang on a second. Here it is. In US dollars, for this, it's pretty much the same price as the Paragon 3 model from 2 years ago. The current US price is $695.99 at either one of those two stores for their discounted price. And it's $124.99 US for a total of $820.98 US to ship to Canada. Now, if you're a Canadian like me and want to know what it is in Maple Goose and Moosey dollars, the total price to get this in our currency will come to $1,177 plus that includes shipping. Then add $141.95 for the border fee. And the total is $1,242.72 with everything combined. She is a pricey steam locomotive, and therefore she is going to be part of someone who's a collector. This is not something you want to get for your 6-year-old. I mean, it's a great present, but the amount of detailing into this thing, you don't want them running around with it and dropping it and stuff exploding everywhere. It's very finely detailed. So for the regular consumer, you may want to skip it. But if you're a collector, you got nothing better to do, or I have tons of better things to do, but trains are addicting, you can get yourself one of these. For again, $1,242.72 Canadian.
Now it's time for the grand old review. Starting with the box it comes in. As I mentioned before, I'm giving it a solid 4. BLL, why would you do this? You cut back on the firm rich cardboard and cut out the foam. That's bad. Come on. Secondly, the detailing of this locomotive is quite impressive. I'm definitely giving it a 5 out of 5. Hands down, you really get what you pay for. And of course, the pulling power, that's the ultimate question to be had, because I don't know what it would be. If I had to fathom its pulling power, even without traction tires, I'm pretty sure this thing could pull 200 pieces of 50-foot rolling stock, no problem. It weighs that much, but that's just a guesstimate. So don't be surprised if mileage may vary. Now, as for the cost, I mean, if you're a collector, this thing is worth every penny. Every penny. But also, like I said before, if you're getting it for a 6-year-old or something, it's probably a bad idea and to go find yourself a more affordable version of the big boy. Because this thing here does have a lot of little detailing and stuff like that, and that little stuff is very hard to repair. So, value for money, I can't rate this. I just can't. Because it literally is a collector's piece. Now that all being said, folks, have yourselves a good night, and stay tuned for next Sunday. I will have another locomotive to review. It's been on the back burner for a while, and the good news is it's not a Bachmann one, nor a BLI one. Alright, take care.